What is up, everybody? All right, it is Todd, and this is the weekly Win by Noon quote for 1/31/2022. And here's what it is. Every moment you live in the past is a moment you waste in the present, by Tony Robbins. Now, of course, who doesn't love Tony Robbins, right? I guess I should be jumping up and down doing something exciting, but that's not me. So we're not going to be jumping up and down, but we are going to be talking about that. I think it's a pretty profound quote, right? Every moment you live in the past. And so it's interesting. One of my books right over there is called The Precious Present. And it's this whole idea that, we only have now, we only have this present. And, we can't rewind the clock, right? We can't change what we did yesterday or a month ago. They always say the best day to plant an elm tree is 20 years ago, and the next best day is today. And so the bottom line is this: you need to focus on being present. This is how I believe this applies to life. Don't worry about the things you can't change. You can learn from them, right? I just got done teaching a class on doing a monthly review, right? Looking back on your monthly activities and results, and then making a plan to be proactive in order to achieve the goals that you want for the year, by making a plan for this next week to make sure that the next week leads into the next month, to the quarter, to the rest of the year, to make sure that you hit your goals. So I feel like when I think about this quote, number one is, yes, I agree with Tony. Let's not worry about the past, because ultimately he says you're wasting a moment in the present. And we really do want to be present. And so what I say is that from a personal perspective, right, we all carry around this little thing. Oh, mine's right there because it's going Instagram. We all actually spend time on our phones, right, around other people. I caught myself the other day. We were driving back from my niece's 16th birthday brunch, and I was on the phone returning messages and doing the stuff when I had time with my family in the car. That I had them all to myself, right? My wife was driving. My daughter was paying attention. She didn't want to get car sick in the back seat. And I was wasting that precious present. And it was just nice that my wife was said, "Hey, you're on your phone." And I slid it in my pocket. Ironically, I've done above average job in 2022 of staying off my phone when I'm around my family. And it was just funny that the time that no one's noticed that I wasn't on it a lot, but the time that I am on it, guess what they notice? Probably because they subconsciously realize that I've been off it a bunch. So number one is, could you be more present? That's what I would say. And then when you think about the things in the past that may be bugging you, what can you learn from them so that you can actually just put it away and move on? So Darren Hardy always said that there's just times where you have to take something that's bad and put it in a box. So imagine you're walking in your walk-in closet and you've got all these shelves up here and some shelves here, and you just take that thing that's frustrating you and you just load it up in a box. You don't have a good prop, but you just put it in a box and then you stick it up on that shelf and you worry about it later, right? I just say you just don't worry about it. But I say you learn about it now and then you move on, because ultimately in the end we want to be present, because the present is precious. That book is by Spencer Johnson, by the way. It's a super quick read. It's like a little fable book, so I would encourage anyone to read it. So the bottom line is Tony Robbins says, every moment you live in the past is a moment you waste in the present. I want you guys to be living in the present. I want you guys to be focused on having a great day, focus on the people around you, focus on what can I do if I'm struggling today to have a more positive day. Maybe there's something you can read or something you can listen to. What can I plan for the rest of the week to ensure that I'm doing the things that I want to do to make sure that when I roll into the weekend and I've accomplished what I want to accomplish this week. I'm Todd Bookspan, the founder of Win by Noon. If there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know. I appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see you next week for our quote of the week.